In this video, I'm going to briefly unbox the Osmo 360 and show you what's in the standard package, what's in the adventure package, and I'm also going to give you an alternative to the Osmo 360 selfie stick. I'm then going to look at the body size and the weights compared to the GoPro Max and the Insta360 X5, talk briefly about the 1-inch sensor, and then discuss whether Insta360 should be worried about this camera or not. And just so you know, I've bought this camera myself. So in the box you get the camera itself. It looks like you've got a microphone here at the bottom, and then there's another microphone here on this side, and then you've got two microphones on top here and here. You have a battery door on the side here, and this takes the standard batteries that come with the DJI Action 5 Pro. So this is great because it means that I don't have to even charge the batteries. I've got 3 of these that are already charged up. And then on this side you've got the power button, you've got the speaker, and then you've got your USB-C door here. And then you've got the LED record light on the front. I'm not sure if this is another speaker or not at the top here or something else. And then underneath you've got the standard DJI quick release mount. So then this is compatible with other DJI cameras. Surprisingly though, it doesn't come with a mount. And then you've got your 1/4-inch thread as well, so you can mount it to a selfie stick or to any other mounting accessory. What's also interesting under here is you've also got 4 electronic contact points, and these would be good to connect to some sort of power bank or power handle grip. So you would just slot this on top, and then these contact points would make connection and power the camera without having to then use an additional cable. And then on the back here you've got your 16:9 LCD screen, and you've got your menu button or mode button probably, and then a record button. And then as is standard, you've got your memory card slot inside the battery compartment, but you've also got an internal memory on this camera as well, which is something we haven't seen on a 360 action camera yet. Also in the box you've got this lens hood, so this just slots over the top of the camera and protects the lenses in the same way that we do with the Insta360 X5. And I actually quite like these hoods, so I'm pleased that they included this. It's nice to protect the lenses but still have access to the screen and to the menu system. But if you want even more protection, then they've also included this neat little pouch as well. And this is zipped, and there's like an inner pocket in there as well. So this fits the camera with the lens hood inside the pouch, so it all fits in here. And then you've obviously got your battery, which I mentioned earlier, and a charge cable and a lens cloth. So all the standard stuff that you'd expect in a standard kit. It's a little bit disappointing that there's no finger mount, so you just have to buy that as an additional accessory, or if you've got the Osmo Action 5, then you can obviously use those quick release mounts as well. So I haven't bought the Action bundle because I didn't feel that I needed to, because I already had additional batteries and the battery charger. But I just want to run through what you actually get with the adventure bundle. So in the box you obviously get everything that we've talked about, plus you get 3 batteries. And you get this compact, lightweight charger unit, and this charges 3 batteries in here, and then you've got your USB-C socket on the end here. But the one thing that everyone seems to be talking about is this selfie stick with a movable head on it. Now I think the design of this selfie stick is a brilliant idea, just because you can lock the tilt of the camera into certain positions, so you don't have to guess where it has to be. So I'd imagine it would be straight for 360 work, then it probably locks it into a 45-degree position, then a 90-degree position. So you can quickly put it into certain positions, but I don't feel that it's necessary. So you can just get a standard selfie stick and then get this finger mount to 1/4-inch thread, put that on the top of the selfie stick, and then use the DJI quick release mount, add that on top, and then you can connect the camera to the quick release mount like so. This is a very obvious, simple solution, but I just want you to be aware that you don't need that fancy connector to do exactly this, and then this, and then this, and put it in whatever position you want to put it. It just means it's a little bit more effort, because you've then got to tighten this thread up to make sure that this doesn't move, it doesn't click into place. And the alternative to that, so you don't even have to buy the finger mount adapter, is you could buy this stick from Insta360, and this has a selfie stick built into the handle, and then you've got an integrated finger mount on top. And then you just use the DJI quick release, put that on top like so, screw it up, click your camera in place. And it's exactly the same principle. In terms of a few basic comparisons to other 360 cameras, this is 184 grams, the GoPro Max is 156 grams, and the X5 is 202 grams. And side by side to the GoPro Max, it's a little bit taller and a little bit thinner. And next to the X5, it's obviously a completely different shape. It's a lot shorter, marginally thicker, I would say, and a lot wider. Now, there's a lot of discussion about the Osmo 360's 1-inch sensor, and it's very confusing and a little bit misleading. So on the box of the Insta360 X5, it says 8K 360 degree video, dual 1/1.28 inch sensor. So it's telling you it has two sensors, a dual sensor, both sensors being 1/1.28 inches. On the back of the DJI Osmo 360's box, it says 1-inch 360 imaging, which doesn't have as much clarity because it doesn't mention that it's got two 1-inch sensors. It just mentions vaguely and cleverly this whole idea of 1-inch imaging. And on the DJI official website, it says the innovative square sensor design enables dual 1-inch 360 degree image fields. Well, this is very different to having a dual 1-inch sensor. So they're very much playing with the idea of having a 1-inch sensor, and it's very confusing to customers who aren't very tech savvy. And I've been a cameraman for more than 25 years, and the whole 1-inch sensor thing wasn't very clear for me at first either. But what we do know is that the sensor it has gives you an equivalent image quality of a 1-inch sensor, because it uses a square sensor design instead of rectangular sensor design. So I think that's how it gets the equivalent of the 1-inch sensor overall. But the proof is in the testing, so make sure to subscribe for some comparison videos coming up. So this little bit is purely speculative. I haven't shot anything with this camera. I have watched a lot of reviews. Will it beat the X5? I think the quick answer is no, it won't beat it overall, but I think it will give it a very good shot. And I think there'll be some features on this camera that you'll think, oh yeah, that's a good idea, I wish the X5 would implement that. And I think the most important thing here is we have to bear in mind that this is DJI's first attempt at a 360 camera, and from everything I've seen, it's a very good attempt. And I think that Insta360 should be worried, but maybe not about this camera, but the next one. But whatever anyone thinks about these two cameras, you can't get away from the fact that this is a very significant camera release in terms of how the 360 market is going to evolve and how 360 cameras are going to change over the next few years. And it's quite exciting times. So let me know in the comments what you think so far about this battle between the X5 and the Osmo 360 based on the review videos you've seen. And subscribe for my comparison video coming up, and I'll see you in the next one.